Welcome, fearless viewers, to another chilling chapter of terror in our journey through the unexplained. I'm Scary Hunter, and tonight we're diving headfirst into Volume 3, a collection of spine-chilling tales that will test the limits of your courage. These are not mere stories. They're first-hand accounts of the inexplicable, the paranormal, and the downright terrifying. So brace yourselves for an authentic and bone-chilling experience as we unravel 4 true horror stories that will haunt your dreams. Don't blink, don't look away, for the darkness holds secrets that are best explored with a flashlight and a trembling heart. This is Scary Hunter, and you're about to witness Volume 3. Prepare for the unimaginable. In the quietude of Hollow Grove, I, an unsuspecting resident, found myself unwittingly thrust into a nightmare that blurred the boundaries between reality and the supernatural. It all began with the subtle symphony of mysterious whispers that caressed the air like ghostly tendrils. At first, they were mere echoes, indistinct and elusive, barely registering in the recesses of my consciousness. However, as the days passed, these whispers grew bolder, manifesting into distinct voices that seemed to speak a language both ancient and malevolent. Simultaneously, the shadows in Hollow Grove began to morph into sentient entities, their forms dancing on the periphery of my vision. These shadowy figures, void of discernible features, moved with an ethereal grace that sent shivers down my spine. They were elusive, slipping away whenever I dared to focus my gaze on them. As daylight waned, these spectral companions became more palpable, their presence casting an ominous pall over the once familiar streets of the town. Driven by an insatiable need to unravel the mystery that gripped Hollow Grove, I delved into the town's dark history, old archives, forgotten manuscripts, and whispered tales from the few remaining locals painted a haunting picture of a malevolent force that had lingered for decades. The town, it seemed, was cursed by a sinister energy that fed off the fear and despair of its inhabitants, manifesting itself in the form of mysterious whispers and shadowy apparitions. As I connected the dots, the tension in Hollow Grove intensified. The malevolent force, it appeared, had a twisted history intertwined with the town's darkest secrets. Each revelation deepened the sense of foreboding that hung in the air. The town, once a haven, had become a breeding ground for something far more sinister. With every step I took into the heart of Hollow Grove's past, the malevolent force tightened its grip, and the whispers grew louder, echoing the tortured history of a town ensnared by an otherworldly malevolence that refused to be forgotten. In the heart of an ancient forest, where the trees stood tall and ominous, a group of friends embarked on a seemingly idyllic camping trip, seeking solace in nature's embrace. Little did they know that the tranquility of the wilderness would soon give way to an unsettling symphony of fear. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the shadows grew long, the forest awakened with a silent malevolence. During the first night, echoing footsteps reverberated through the dense foliage, leaving the friends exchanging nervous glances around the crackling campfire. The footsteps seemed to defy natural explanation, their origin elusive amidst the towering trees. Distant whispers, barely audible yet laden with an eerie intensity, accompanied the footsteps, sending shivers down the spines of the campers. The forest seemed to hold secrets, its ancient whispers echoing through the ages, a language the group couldn't comprehend but felt in their very bones. As the nights wore on, the unsettling sense of being watched became palpable. Eyes, unseen yet undeniably present, lingered on the fringes of the campsite. Every rustle of leaves and snap of twigs, heightened the friends' unease, casting a veil of paranoia over their once carefree excursion. Sleep became elusive, as the unseen watcher seemed to draw closer with each passing night. Their journey took an even darker turn when, deep within the heart of the forest, they stumbled upon an ancient ritual site obscured by time. Symbols etched into weathered stones hinted at a sinister past, and the air thickened with an ancient malevolence. Unbeknownst to the friends, their mere presence rekindled dormant energies, awakening a malevolent force that had long slumbered beneath the forest's roots. The once tranquil woods transformed into a realm of torment. The echoing footsteps and distant whispers intensified, now accompanied by unnatural phenomena. The trees groaning as if in agony, and the air thickening with a malevolent presence. The friends found themselves ensnared in a nightmare as the awakened force tormented them, exploiting their fears and preying on the vulnerability of their remote campsite. The camping trip, intended for camaraderie and serenity, became a harrowing descent into the unknown. The ancient ritual site, now a conduit for malevolence, had bound the friends to a force they couldn't escape. As the forest itself seemed to conspire against them, their bonds of friendship were tested in the crucible of the supernatural, and the once innocent camping trip became a nightmarish journey into the heart of an ancient evil. In the shadows of an imposing and decaying asylum, a former employee, haunted by the specters of their past, steps into the dim light to share a tale that transcends the boundaries of the living and the dead. Once a caretaker of the forsaken corridors, the storyteller's experiences within those ominous walls are etched into their memory like scars that refuse to fade. Unexplained footsteps echoed through the desolate hallways, a ghostly cadence that seemed to resonate with the asylum's tortured history. As a former employee, the storyteller became intimately familiar with the unsettling rhythm, unable to attribute the source to any earthly presence. The footsteps, persistent and unsettling, became an auditory testament to the spectral inhabitants that refused to be forgotten. Ghostly apparitions, ethereal and elusive, manifested in the corners of the asylum's abandoned rooms. The former employee recounts encounters with phantoms, their spectral forms flickering in and out of existence like elusive shadows. These ghostly visages, remnants of the asylum's tormented past, appeared with a chilling regularity, leaving an indelible mark on the storyteller's psyche. Disembodied voices, whispering tales of anguish and despair, permeated the air like a haunting melody. These spectral murmurs seemed to convey the untold stories of those who had once suffered within the asylum's confines. The former employee, unable to escape the haunting symphony of voices, grappled with the weight of the unseen narratives that lingered within the asylum's haunted walls. Haunted by memories and driven by an insatiable curiosity, the protagonist decides to revisit the asylum, a journey into the heart of darkness they thought they had left behind. Armed with determination and perhaps a tinge of trepidation, they navigate the labyrinthine corridors, where the air hangs heavy with the residue of forgotten horrors. As the protagonist delves deeper, the truth behind the paranormal occurrences begins to unravel. Forgotten documents and decaying records reveal a history stained with suffering, malpractice, and the echoes of lives cut short. The former employee becomes a reluctant detective, piecing together the puzzle of the asylum's haunted legacy. The truth, however, is a double-edged sword. As the protagonist unveils the secrets buried within the asylum's history, the malevolent force that had lingered for decades awakens once more. The asylum becomes a crucible of horror, and the former employee finds themselves entangled in a spectral web of retribution and unearthly vengeance. The past, it seems, is not so easily laid to rest, and the asylum's dark secrets demand a reckoning. And in the quiet solitude of an ordinary household, a homeowner begins to unravel a nightmarish reality hidden within the reflective surface of an antique mirror. It all starts innocently enough, as the protagonist catches unsettling glimpses of distorted reflections that defy the laws of the mundane. The mirror becomes a harbinger of the supernatural, reflecting not only the physical world, but also the unseen horrors that lurk just beyond perception. Bizarre visions manifest in the mirror, like fragments of a twisted dream bleeding into the waking world. The homeowner recounts nights filled with spectral apparitions and surreal scenes that defy logic. Shadows dance with an otherworldly grace, and eerie figures materialize within the glass, their ears gleaming with an inscrutable malevolence. The mirror becomes a portal into a dimension where reality intertwines with the macabre, leaving the homeowner teetering on the precipice between sanity and the unknown. Driven by an unsettling compulsion to understand the mirror's dark influence, the protagonist embarks on a journey to trace its origins. As they delve into the mirror's history, a dark secret begins to emerge, a secret steeped in ancient rituals, curses, and a malevolent force that transcends time. The mirror, it seems, is more than a mere object. It is a conduit for a vengeful entity, a relic of an unholy past that has found its way into the homeowner's life. The nightmarish confrontation unfolds as the protagonist confronts the mirror's malevolent presence, their reality colliding with the supernatural forces that have been unleashed. The mirror becomes a focal point for the entity's wrath, and the boundaries between the tangible and the spectral blur into a nightmarish tableau. The homeowner grapples with a malevolence that defies comprehension, a force that hungers for more than just reflections in the glass. In the climactic confrontation, the dark secret is laid bare, and the homeowner must navigate the treacherous terrain between the living and the damned. The mirror, once a mere antique, transforms into a portal of torment, and the protagonist faces a choice: succumb to the abyss within the glass, or defy the ancient malevolence that seeks to consume their very soul. As the final revelation unfolds, the homeowner is left to grapple with the consequences of unlocking the mirror's unholy secrets, forever changed by a nightmarish journey into the heart of darkness. As the haunting tales of Volume 3 reach their spine-chilling conclusion, I, Scary Hunter, emerge from the shadows to guide you back from the depths of the supernatural. The flickering candlelight casts eerie shadows on the dimly lit room, creating an atmosphere laden with the lingering echoes of the stories you've just witnessed. Each narrative, born from the depths of the unexplained, has left an indelible mark on the tapestry of fear. I implore you, dear viewers, to subscribe and join our community of thrill seekers. The journey into the unknown is far from over, and by subscribing, you ensure that you're among the first to embark on the next chapter of terror. Share your thoughts in the comments below, engage with fellow enthusiasts, and most importantly, don't forget to hit that notification bell. The supernatural waits for no one, and you wouldn't want to miss the chilling tales yet to come. As you navigate the corridors of your reality, remember this: the supernatural may be closer than we think. It lurks in the shadows, whispers in the wind, and manifests in the unexplained phenomena that defy our understanding. The stories shared here are not just tales. They serve as a chilling reminder that the line between the ordinary and the paranormal is often thinner than we dare to acknowledge. So keep your senses sharp, your curiosity alive, and never dismiss the inexplicable. For the supernatural may be right beside you, waiting to reveal itself in the most unexpected ways. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay curious, and embrace the fear that lingers in the dark corners of our shared reality. This is Scary Hunter, signing off, and remember, the unknown is a realm worth exploring.